Hello, everyone. Oh, Kayla, so good to see you in the live chat. Thanks for showing up for me. How is everyone doing? Dots, good to see you. Breath and Balance, Madeline. Hello. Okay, so I know that I missed the last all signs, so I deeply apologize. My throat has been going through the gauntlet. As you can tell, I'm still not 100%. It's like the last 5 to 10% is a very lingering, slow heal. For those of you who were actually in my healing exit strategy, you saw what I took you guys through the big clearing that's happening with my throat right now, and my sinuses, and how it's all laid out in my astrology and all of that. So it's a big clear. I know why it's happening. Speaking of, if you haven't taken the healing exit strategy, it is a bomb course. You guys will see exactly the methodology that I created, that I realized this is what collapses time around your transformation, so that your healing journey actually comes to an end and you can move on to the next thing. Stop circling the drain of the same wounds and the same patterns, over and over again, exhausting yourself. So not only do you get to see my own methodology, but I'm going to use this deck today. Not only do you get to see my methodology, but you will see a very cool tool that I created that I am getting ready to release to the public soon. I've been using it with some of my coaching clients and have had incredible success with it. So the world of AI is very interesting, and I can't wait to show you what I've programmed and created. It's like a mini me, and it's super cool and super fun. Okay, so so link is in the bottom below if you want to get the healing exit strategy. Also, we are almost a month away from the 3-day 180 retreat. We only have, I think, 3 tickets left. So if you're wanting to come, I highly suggest securing your ticket, your room. There's 1 private room left and a couple shared room beds left. So definitely, if you've been wanting to come to one of them, this is definitely one not to miss. As if you listen to my episode with Consuelo, I shared about the mushroom strain I am pretty sure I'm going to be using at this retreat. That is I don't even know how to describe it. If people wanted to put a happy pill, people's I wish someone could just make a happy pill, this would be it. It would be it. I am all you need to do is microdose this little strain, and it's just incredible. Not to mention, so insightful. The visions are insane. The dancing that it makes you want to do and move and all of that is so fun. It's all the best things you could ever want, all wrapped up in one little strain. So I think it's got major healing components in it that will be perfect for everyone who's coming to the retreat. So yeah, and I'm actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to have a little extra surprise for all of you in your gift box this year. So, yeah, we will do that. Okay, what else? Let's talk about the astrology, shall we? We just came off the last solar eclipse in Aries. That one's creating a lot of tension. I know specifically for me, for sure, it's aspecting very personal planets of mine. My ascendant, it's right on top of my Venus, and my Pluto are all getting hit hard by it. So I definitely felt this eclipse, but I think in a good way. I think ultimately it's always in a good way, right? Eclipses bring fated change, where we need to really push ourselves out of our comfort zones. But we're going to watch the effects of these last two eclipses really unfold over the next 3 to 6 months. So don't expect the change to happen immediately. This is something that's going to really unfold. And when we get to the new moon in Virgo, okay, in the summer, and the full moon in Aries in the fall, you will start to see what has come to fruition more so by then. We have Venus conjuncting Saturn on the 3rd, I believe, this month. So this will be the second time Venus is conjuncting Saturn, which means they're coming together. And it's in Pisces. So this is going to be a day where you guys will maybe find your relationships might feel a little strained, might feel a little restricted. There might be some extra responsibilities that are coming up within your relationships or possibly even your finances. On the plus side, it can bring commitment. It can bring responsibility, like a leveling up, like a maturity to either your finances or your relationship. So there's that flip side of the coin there too. On the 7th, Mercury will finally go direct, which is nice. Having Mercury and Venus retrograde at the same time, happening at the same point, has been quite an interesting retrograde period. So, I mean, I've already, even just trying to get this off the ground to you today was just like, I was hitting all websites weren't pulling up, things weren't, I was like, oh my God, the tech is already happening or not happening. So we will see a relief on the 7th or after the 7th. And of course, Mercury will come out of its shadow a few weeks later. And then we also have Venus will go direct on the 13th, the 12th or the 13th, depending on where you are in the world. For some of you guys on the other side of the pond, it'll be the 13th. For those of us here in America, it'll be the 12th. And that will be happening around the same time as the Libra full moon. I can't really tell you about the Libra full moon because I tried to look at it and my computer screen wouldn't bring up the chart. So Mercury retrograde. But if I'm thinking, like, I know it's happening at 23 degrees of Libra. So it'll be opposite Chiron. So Chiron will be part of this full moon in Libra, where the sun is. And so something about our inner wounding is really illuminating what we need to look at in our Libra house. So whatever Libra is for you, obviously Libra will represent your relationships, your partnerships, your contracts, your need for harmony and balance. It can be legal matters, anything of that nature. But something from the wounding, okay, is really kind of spotlighting that. Chiron is spotlighting that. So it could be the closing out of an old wound finally, like finally putting the end to a cycle that maybe has something to do with your relationship. So a wound that you have within your own identity that keeps showing up in your relationships where it gets mirrored back to you. In that case, something of that nature could be coming up there. But again, I'm just trying to think. I don't know if there's much else going on there. So that all being said, why don't we jump into the reading, since I know that's what you guys really want. Anyone else I need to say hi to here? Dennis, hello, good to see you. All right, so we're going to be starting off with air signs. You guys are first. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, so let's take a look at what's in store for you for this first half of April. What is in store for my air signs for the first half of April? Okay, so we're looking at the main theme of your reading and the potential challenge. All right, so what is the main theme? Okay, and what is the potential challenge? Oh, okay, so the main theme of your reading, air sign, is Eyes of the Eagle, rising above the fray, okay? So with that being the main theme of your reading, Here's the thing. You need to pull yourself out of the chaos. You need to pull yourself out of being immersed in whatever it is that you're immersed in order to get the clearest picture of what's going on, in order to have the right perspective. So in order for you to see things clearly, you might be in the thick of things right now, and either you need to pull yourself out or you need to go to someone who can have a very objective, 40,000 foot view on what is happening in your life right now. Now, what's interesting is the challenge for you, air signs, is winter's dream, gestation period. So if this is your challenge, I'm wondering if for some of you, it may feel like you need to go, like you kind of have to keep your wheels spinning, like you can't let your foot off the gas. And it may be that like your challenge is like, it might be time for you just to rest, to like maybe just take a break, pull yourself out of it. Sometimes when we feel like we have to constantly take care of something, the very thing it actually needs is for us to step away and chill out for a moment. And, given that we're in that Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde cycle right now, that could be the theme that's coming up. Let me just see if there's anything else here in the winter's gestation for you. Sanctuary, conscious awareness. This is not hibernation. Take your quiet, wakeful nature with you into stillness, and know that you are replenishing your life force. Your life force longs to turn inward like the sap of trees returning to the roots. Yeah, it may be like even just that idea of the sap returning to its roots. It feels like you might need to get grounded. So let's kind of see where that's going, air signs, in your tarot. So what do we need to know about the past for my water signs? All right, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. The Four of Cups. And the Temperance card in reverse. Okay, coming into the present moment. Okay. All right, we have the Magician in reverse. The King of Crystals in reverse. Yeah, it looks like you need to slow down, air signs. And then we have the Queen of Stars. Get grounded. Very much. Yeah, that's really coming through your tarot as well. What do we need to know about the future? All right, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is actually a really perfect card for you to get, considering your oracles. We have the Ten of Stars in reverse. And then we have the Page of Stars and the Justice card, both in reverse. So a lot of reversals here. I'm getting a very overwhelming specific message just about the reversals in general for my air signs. It feels like it's the energy, but it's a slower energy. So not fast. It's almost like, I don't want to say delays would be welcome, but it almost feels like that because there's some sort of benefit to it. So let me see what your overall energy is. There we go. 8 of Cups, 10 of Crystals. Okay, so this is about you walking away, leaving behind something that has fulfilled its purpose for you. It's no longer part of your path. It had its meaning, but now it's not. It's past its expiration date. And at this point, holding on to it or still engaging it is, I don't want to say it's hurting you, although it could be for some of you, but it's certainly not serving you. And this has to be like something that, with the Ten of Swords underneath it, this is telling me that it could be tied to like something you've been afraid of or in fear of for a long time. something that's like really weighed on your mind, you're maybe even giving you anxiety or some deeper levels of stress that have been ongoing for quite some time. And this is about you finally listening to your heart in many ways. You're listening to your intuition and you're answering the call right now. So again, in order for you to listen to your intuition properly, to hear what you need to, you do need to slow down. You do need to be in some sort of stillness. So maybe to get that higher self perspective, okay, the eagle's eye, you're going to need to like pull yourself out of the fray, so to speak. In the past, you have the Six of Wands in reverse, the Four of Cups, and the Temperance card. So, something didn't go. I don't know if it didn't go to plan or what, but like it feels like it had a lackluster outcome. So the Six of Wands, you were maybe hoping for a more successful outcome of some sort, or at least some sort of more acknowledgement perhaps. But I see with the Four of Cups here, this is like, you're not happy. You're kind of bummed out a little bit. This could even just be a place of complacency. Like I don't know if this is a place that you slipped into or what, but with the Temperance card here too in reverse, this could be that for some of you, things may be out of balance. Again, I feel like that energy is definitely there from the reading so far. It also could be stirring up a lot of impatience, right? Like wanting to like, oh, I just need this to go now. I need this to end now, right? So, in your current energies for the first half of April, we have the Magician in reverse, the King of Crystals in reverse, and the Queen of Stars. So I think you're realizing something isn't working. It almost feels like with the Magician here in reverse, there might be a specific skill set or tool that you have been using for a long time, or something that you depend on, like, you know, whether it's a way of being or something that you use to like create stuff in your world. It just doesn't feel like it's working the way it used to. And with the King of Crystals here in reverse, here you are needing to maybe pause for a second, right? Really kind of go deeper in, reflect, because I don't think you're going to be, I don't get the sense that you're getting like you're reacting to things, or you're lashing out, or you're just gonna throw ideas out there and hope they stick. Like, it doesn't feel like that. It feels more of like an internal, let me go inward, possibly even just quieting the mind with the King of Crystals here in reverse. The reason I say that is because you have the Queen of Stars here, which is the Queen of Pentacles upright. So there's grounding here, right? This could be that there's someone in your life who could be very grounding to you, that may have very sage advice when it comes to helping you feel more secure, more safe, if this has to do with your finances or your health, anything of that nature. But what I do see on an overall level, though, is something finally starts to take root. So like that, this card talked about, like the sap returning to the roots, it feels like when you do go inward, it's like the grounding happens, the energy gets pulled all the way down. And that's important, especially when you want to make something manifest. The Seven of Cups in reverse here in the future, Ten of Stars in reverse, Page of Stars, and the Justice in reverse as well. So everything's in reverse here. So the Seven of Cups in reverse is pretty, I feel like in a way you're going to realize there really is only one option here. And it's not so much that you're up against a wall. It's more of like, there is no other option but this one, just from a sense, like it's common sense, or like when you take the lay of the land, you look at everything ahead of you, you're like, you know what, I have to do this, you know, like it's got that kind of energy to it. And with the Ten of Stars, I don't know if this is about you needing to invest money in some way, that it's like maybe you're realizing, I got to save up for some money in the future to do this. I need to maybe start planning something for my future, but or to execute this thing. But it feels like there's a focus on a long-term amount of money that you're going to need or want to create for yourself. And with the Page of Stars and the Justice card here in reverse, for some of you, this might be because I wonder if, I don't think this is for everyone, but I'm just going to say it because it's here. Some of you might be going into legal battles over a child, like custody cases. And perhaps you're realizing that you want a better lawyer or something like that. So you're going to need to save more money. I'm just throwing that out there as an example. Obviously, that's not going to really apply to a ton of you, but there could be some sort of legal issue that you want more money to better equip yourself, because maybe you feel really green at what you're doing. Like you don't know like how to handle this anymore. It could be that you have been approaching a situation trying to like make it work, and now your only option is a legal option. It could be something like that nature. Now, for others of you, you're realizing that you have been doing yourself an injustice by not applying yourself with a certain level of commitment and time, possibly even money. And so that's all starting to change, which is very Venus and Saturn energy, by the way, as well. So I think it's really important, air signs, that you're just going to go inward, like really tune into what the inner voice is saying to you, what your intuition, maybe your guides, on how to navigate this particular situation, because I do get the sense you're going to get the right answer and the right path ahead of you on how to navigate what feels like has been a situation that's been stressing you out, but you're going to get the right answers on how to move forward soon. So what's the Eight of Cups? What's the Eight of Cups in as the overall energy? Okay, so we have the Six of Swords in reverse and the High Priestess. So this is actually telling me that whatever it is that you're needing to you realize is not serving you anymore and has been stressing you out like crazy, it's been something that I think has been also, I don't know if it's been hidden so much from you. More so, I'm getting a little bit of denial energy, like you haven't wanted to look at it or you haven't wanted to see it for what it is. And it's caused you to kind of circle the drain and keep looking at the same thing over and over again. So like whatever that is, it's just keeping you in a situation kind of stuck. But that's all, I really feel like that's all going to be changing. Because I'm not getting so much intuitive energy off this High Priestess. It's more of like not wanting to see something, like almost like purposely hiding it from your view. So like a denial kind of energy. And again, it's just, I think because sometimes I know I'm guilty of doing that a lot of times. And it's just because we know that the right answer is the hardest one to face, right? It's going to call for a lot more energy, a lot more focus, a lot more commitment, a lot more time, maybe even a lot more money. So Six of Wands in reverse. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting, okay. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So I don't know if there's a little bit of a codependent situation going on where it feels like you can't do something without this person doing something or what. Or you're just feeling, it could just even be that, you've been feeling blocked in or held back in how to really fully express your own independence. And there's something that is your independence is deeply tied to something you wish for greatly. With the Nine of Cups here, there's a deep desire of yours that is almost requires your independence in some way. What's this Four of Cups? Okay. All right, so the Four of Cups is the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Two of Cups, and the Fool card. So this again, I feel for a lot of you, this involves some important person in your life. doesn't have to be romantic, but it involves an important person in your life. Or if it doesn't, for those of you it doesn't, it involves you and something else like merging as one. So for instance, like me and my business, okay? Like that's a relationship in a way. So you're not happy. You weren't happy here in the past. And there's some kind of energy. Again, it's this 8 of Cups energy, which I love seeing this as the overall energy. And then it's showing up here in your past on the 4 of Cups, because this means there's been some kind of complacency that you're not happy with. And you just keep returning to it, or someone in your life keeps returning to it. All right. And ultimately, the 2 of Cups, like there is room here for this to work together, or this is about someone new, like a new relationship, okay? Leaving behind an old to bring in a new. It just could also, for some of you that this is pertaining to a specific relationship in your life, it's about getting a fresh start, like a do-over in some way. But like, it's not happening here yet. There's something here that's like, we're not getting to the place that we want to get to. So the Temperance is saying either something's out of balance or there's someone's impatient. Hold on a second here. What's this Temperance card? The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so right there, this is telling me if there is impatience or there is something that's really out of balance, not syncing, it's the thing that's stalling everything out. It's not allowing for things to move forward. It's not allowing for the change to come forward. So hence why it's so important to step away for a second, to just, okay, let's just take a pause. Let's go inward, tune into the intuition, the silence. Yeah, and we have Judgment in reverse. So again, this even may have something to do with something deeply spiritual in nature, in a sense of this could be about a specific path forward that is about like, am I walking this path or not? Is this path really aligned for me? A few more esoteric questions really come up around this idea of who am I? Why am I here? With the Judgment card here in reverse. And I would say the good news is that whatever the situation is, it's causing all of this to kind of come to the surface, right? So what's the Magician in reverse here in the present energies? Okay, we have the 2 of Swords. Yeah, so you're trying to work with a specific tool or skill here, right? But at the same time, you're like, I don't know what to do. It feels like it's not working the way it used to. And so if it's not working the way it used to, it means either you need a new tool or you got to find a different way to use it, or skill set or anything that you use to like create in your life, right? Because the 2 of Swords is saying stagnation, stall out, not sure what to do next. And then with the World here in reverse, something has to come to a completion. It really does have to close out, because look, with the Fool card up here too, like this is what I believe is like what you want, a fresh start. But again, I feel like there's a theme here, air signs, around using things of the old world. And when I say the old world, I just mean the old timeline of you that is perhaps still lingering, and you're ready for the new timeline, which is your new world. Okay. So there's this gravitation or this pull to still lean into old world things, and it's got to be closed out. It's got to be done, and understand like this just isn't the way anymore. What's this King of Crystals in reverse? Okay, we have the Strength card. So yeah, I feel like you are going to some deeper reflection here, calling on your own strength, Sun, really looking for the brighter area in your life, looking for the bright spot, possibly. The Sun also it doesn't just bring in optimism, but it does also bring in deep clarity. So I feel like there is something happening in the first half of April for you, air signs. It's really nudging you, maybe pushing you, throwing you, I don't know, to really go inward to find your answer. Because the sun is a big yes. And I think you're looking for your yes on something. Like, what is the yes? What's the Queen of Stars? What's this Queen of Stars? Okay, we have the Ace of Coins and the Page of Wands in reverse. So look, there is something you do when you go inward. You're going to get a very, again, you going inward may be like, you know what, I know who I need to talk to. And it could be this person who's very grounded, very sensible, very practical, and offers you what you need for this sense of security that I think is what you're looking for, that would relieve you of the stress at minimum. Okay. The thing is, though, with this Page of Wands here in reverse, it feels like you realize, again, I want to say, which is, I've never really gotten this message before when I see a lot of reversals, but I feel like if there are delays ahead of you, even into the near future, don't look at them as things that are like reasons to think they're going wrong or something's not right. I do feel like there's some sort of blessing in the delay. And I don't feel like it's going to be a massive delay or anything like that. It's just again, don't push anything. Just kind of do what you can, find your answers, but also lean into that stillness, because I do feel like you're looking to set up a whole new cycle of, I don't want to even just say security. It's like a really strong foundation of something you can really trust, something that you can depend on. What's the Seven of Cups in reverse? Okay, Eight of Pentacles. So for any of you, this is about your work, your job, your skill set. You are going to get clarity. There's going to be an option that comes up in the future where you're like, I know exactly what I need to do now. And it's something, could be work related, or the thing that you know you need to focus all of your time on now. Like if there's any way to like put more time into it, that's what you have to do. Oh, and the Tower, it's going to cause a little upheaval in your life, which makes a lot of sense, because usually the answer that causes upheaval in our life, as much as it might be the right one, it's going to be the one we're going to avoid, right? And I think, again, change is needed in this situation. So I don't feel like this is necessarily a bad thing, although it might feel uncomfortable, but this is definitely going to cause, some kind of upheaval in your life, or maybe the lives of people around you. But again, it's the answer. And you're really like, I want to say this very clearly, air signs, you are like, there's no shadow of a doubt. This is what you need to do. And you are ready to put your energy into it. What's this 10 of Stars? Okay, we have the Faith card and the Emperor card, both in reverse. So again, if this means that you've got to save up money or start thinking about, how to make more money in the future, this may involve, I want to say this may involve a breaking of a contract with you and another. It could be someone who used to be in an authority position to you, or maybe currently are, and you're breaking free of it. And it could be something that was in a traditional sense, but now like you're wanting to break free of that. The Faith card, I'm getting more of like a breaking of contract or a breaking of agreement. Something that was of a traditional nature. And the Emperor in reverse, I'm getting like, it could be a boss. It could be just it could be a masculine person in your life. Again, doesn't necessarily mean a man, but someone who has more of that masculine energy, who I want to say wasn't in their healthiest masculine. So kind of pushy, maybe demanding, not really respecting boundaries, that kind of energy to some degree. And you're like getting yourself out of it. It feels like you're getting yourself out of this position. If that's what you've been dealing with. What's this Justice card and Page of Stars? Okay, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Too many cards. One more, please. And oh, look, there you are, King of Swords upright. So, like I said, you're gonna get your shit together here, air signs. And with the Ace of Wands in reverse, it feels like this might be a breakthrough that may have already presented itself to you in the past, but you didn't exactly like lean into it. And it feels like, again, this may have something to do like with some sort of legal issue. It could be a contract issue. Again, it feels like you've got to navigate it very, like you got to be very close to it, you know, like you can't be too far removed, and you've got to be like on the up and up with it. You don't want to cut corners or else you'll be done a disservice. But it feels like you are getting a breakthrough around this somehow near in the future. So it looks like you're going to start turning things around. It looks like the answers to go within. Okay. Air signs, like to really pull yourself out of the fray, allow yourself to get that higher kind of point of view, whether it's with your higher self, whether it's with a guide, an actual mentor, someone in your life who can actually provide that for you. But definitely go inward and give yourself time to breathe in the mind. Like there's too much going on in there, it feels like, which, you know, you air signs are used to. So, all right. So let's see. Hey, Anvil. Good to see you. All right. So we are on to fire signs. All right. Fire signs, you guys are next. Aries, Leo, and Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, what's in store for my fire signs? One more cut. Oh. Hey, House of Broadway. All right. Is everyone just sleeping in the chat? Lazy Monday morning, maybe, or Monday afternoon, I should say. For some of you, Monday night. All right. Okay, let's find out what is the main theme of your reading, fire signs, and what is the potential challenge. All right. What is the main theme? All right. Oh, wait, that's too many cards. Sorry. I thought it was just two. What is the main theme? Okay, and what is the potential challenge for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, and Sag. Okay. Okay, so interesting. I feel like did Saturn and Uranus already have their sextile? I feel like it might even be this week. Because Saturn is Getting really close to that. I say that because you guys have the main theme of your reading is Horseman, Herald of Change. So there's either you're wanting to make big changes in your life right now, air signs, fire signs, or change is coming whether you like it or not. And the horseman can sometimes bring in good news. It can also bring in a pause for caution. When the horseman appears, he is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows the bad news. Your task is to point out the beautiful when others see only the ugly. But don't be blindly optimistic. Let's see here. This is about also like staying, if you've gotten too caught up in like the fear porn of what's out there and the doomsday and all those things, this is your call to pull yourself out of it and start focusing on what's good in this world, because there are plenty things good. You just have to be willing and choosing to see those things. It's really easy to see the negative. It's like, it's the same way it's so easy to see what we don't have versus what we have, right? So that could apply to some of you. But it could bring in a prosperous and peaceful time for you. So the challenge for you is the dances on one foot. Balancing act is your challenge. Interesting. Because I gotta tell you, I'm picking up a little bit of a different vibe from these cards to what I'm getting in the book. So I feel like fire signs, you're gonna be going through some major changes, and I feel like it's gonna throw you off balance a little bit, and it might have you literally dancing on one foot. It doesn't mean you can't handle it. I really do feel like you can, fire signs. But you're going to have to adjust. You're going to have to be able to pivot. It feels like the music might change on a dime. And so you're going to have to like be ready to like shift how you're moving. That's really truly what I'm getting for you. So I'm going to go with what I'm getting versus, because oftentimes I pick up things from the book and they really resonate and they actually open up more for me. But this one, I'm not feeling what's in the book there. So let's see what's in the tarot for you. What do we need to know about the past? What do we need to know about the past? Okay. We have the 10 of stars, which is the 10 of coins. What else do we need to know about the past? The 3 of wands in reverse. The 9 of cups in reverse. Coming into the current energies for my Aries, Leo, and Sag. Okay, we have the Chariot in reverse. We have the World card upright in the heart of your spread. And then we have the Page of Cups. Love it. Okay. Coming into the near future. Oh. Okay, we have the 5 of crystals, the Emperor upright, and then the Knight of crystals. Yeah, okay. Overall energy. King of stars in reverse, 10 of wands in reverse. Are you dealing with an air sign? Okay. It feels like here with the, sorry, not 10 of wands, 9 of wands in reverse. So king of stars. Oh, king of stars. My brain. So this is the king of pentacles. The king of pentacles in reverse, 9 of wands in reverse. All right. I have to say this because this is the first thought that came to my mind as the cards started coming out. For some of you fire signs, I'm wondering if you're dealing with a father figure who, I don't know if there's a journey with them that's coming to an end, or something that has needed to be addressed that's finally going to get closed out. But with the 9 of wands here in reverse, some of you just might feel like it's a lost cause and you're kind of walking away from this. For others of you, I feel like there's going to be some sort of surrender. Like, just let it be whatever it's going to be kind of thing. Like, no need to try or push for something. Again, it feels like it's some kind of father figure for some of you. Not all of you, but I have to say it because it did. I feel like there's some sort of family issue here for some of you fire signs. For others of you, you know, this could be that I feel like for some of you, you might be in a position where you have been dealing with someone who has been leading you. And now you're ready to kind of lead yourself. And it may be because this person isn't leading you in the way that you want to be led. And again, it could be business, it could be career, it could be health. But it feels like you're ready to take charge of something, you know, like really take the reins. So in the past, you have the 10 of stars, the 3 of wands in reverse, and the 9 of cups in reverse. So, again, 10 of stars, there's a big picture of a family here with their dog looking out at their tree, the family tree. This can obviously be about like long-term security, long-term family security. But it also, for some of you, just be about like, you could have been thinking about the kind of like money that you're making and how do you make more of it, or how do you plan more for your future from a money standpoint, financial standpoint. For others of you, again, I gotta say there's something about your security that's going to be getting a little bit of an upheaval here. But it's good change. I want to say that. So the 3 of wands in reverse, the 9 of cups in reverse. You know, even though you're thinking about your family or whatever's going on here, as you look at this 10 of stars, you're realizing this isn't what you want. There's something here that's like not aligning. Like you don't see the fruits of your labor. You don't see the things that you've been hoping for kind of coming ashore. And it just feels like, I don't know, I'm getting the word deflated. So there's a sense of deflation here for you, fire signs, on like what you've been actually getting or receiving as a result. Now in your current energies, we have the Chariot in reverse, the World, and then the Page of Cups. So I think you're going to change directions with the Chariot here in reverse. And I think there's going to, and I think that's what this change is. There's going to be, again, with this kind of dances on one foot, I think you're going to pivot. If you thought you were dancing around in one direction, it feels like you're like, oh no, we're going over to this side of the dance floor now. It's just creating kind of like this balancing act. But with the Chariot here in reverse, I do feel like whatever path you thought you were on, it's getting a little bit of a shakeup and you're going in a different direction. It's still a good direction. It's a better direction, it feels like, because with the World here, I want to say for some of you, this might have something to do with traveling around the world or traveling in some nature. But overall, like this will allow you to complete a phase, complete something, bring it to its completion point. And as you bring something to its completion point, you open up a new opportunity that is actually attuned to your desires, your wishes, what you want. All right, so a new opportunity coming in here as you are willing to change directions. I want to say that as you are willing to change directions. So it's very important not to be heavy on your feet, fire signs, on the first half of April. Coming into the near future, Five of Crystals, the Emperor, and the Knight of Crystals. I think you're going to face a little bit of an argument with someone. Again, it might be a father figure type, boss, leader, someone who holds some kind of authority. Again, it could be like a doctor, or I don't know what it is, but it's your path, your direction that you're taking feels much more aligned now. It feels more authentic to you, and you're willing to make the changes. I don't think someone around you is in agreement with you. But with the Emperor energy here, this is you, fire signs. You're holding your ground. You're holding the line. And you are literally like standing up for yourself. You're not backing down. And as a result, you start to make some really swift moves in that direction. So the change is you're going to experience some kind of change here. But I think in the end, it's really going to be more of what you want. What's this King of Stars in reverse? Again, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Again, this could be for some of you a work situation. It's just not working for you. Could be someone around you that's just like, I don't know, draining your energy, or not saying what they're not doing what they say they're gonna do, not fulfilling their obligations. The Chariot, which is making you want to like move. Like it's creating this desire to like want to find a path forward. What's this Ten of Stars? All right, so we have the Sun in reverse and then the Page of Wands. So again, for some of you, I wonder if this is family. I wonder too if something's come up regarding a child in your family or children. Something that has shaken the happiness of the family. It could be for some of you. For others of you, you may have had some really good news for your family, at least you perceived it to be, but maybe it wasn't received in that way with the Sun here in reverse. Or it's maybe just not losing the clarity of like what it is that you want to do here. Like in a sense, I should say, I didn't say that properly. You see like the excitement, but no one's getting clear around you on why that's so exciting or how it'll be beneficial. This is Three of Wands. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I can't get away from this family energy. I'm sorry for those of you that's not resonating with, because if it is, it's because I have to say this. When the energy comes through this strongly, I have to give the messages. So I apologize for those of you this one's not resonating with. But it does feel like I don't know if there's some kind of breakup in the family, or there was some kind of tension or a disagreement, or something that really caused a fracture within the family of some sort. Because of things not going as the way they were supposed to, or Eight of Swords. So yeah, it's causing like this feeling trapped energy, feeling stuck. Like again, it could be overanalyzing, overthinking a situation here. Now, for others of you that this isn't family, this is like, again, you're considering like breaking a contract. I gotta say, I think some of you are really, and this could be coming up with that full moon in Libra. Okay, because Libra is all about contracts and negotiations. So this could be something you've been thinking about. Like, I'm not really getting the traction that I want here. So you've been really overanalyzing, like, what do I do? Am I going to do this? What's this 9 of Cups in reverse? Because this is kind of seem like not happy with the way this is going. Yeah, because you're not 2 of Swords. There's like a stalemate here, you know, like you could be at a fork in the roads and realizing, do I stay? Do I go? Like, and then we have the 8 of Cups here in reverse, and then the Queen of Wands in reverse. So there you are, Queen of Wands energy, and the 8 of Cups, like afraid to like leave behind something, you know, even though it's not fulfilling you. I think that's about to change for you, fire signs. What's this Chariot? Okay, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, the 4 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So there is going to be a little bit of a come to Jesus moment here where you're realizing it's almost like I see you kind of driving a vehicle and it's like slamming on the brakes just because you're like, no, I'm going to take that turn. I'm not going to keep. It's like you're driving it and there's one fork in the road off and you're about to pass it and it's like, no, like last minute turning and taking it. Because you're like, I'm just not happy. Like, this is not working for me, you know, and whatever. And it could be varying levels of happiness of unhappiness, I should say. Like, some of you just might be a little complacent. Maybe you're just like discontent, you know, but some of you could be really unhappy. But what I'm saying here is that there's going to be this opportunity to change directions, okay, coming up in April for you. And I feel like for some of you, if not a lot of you, this change in direction is going to like show up and you're going to like last minute, like take it before you pass it. The Queen of Swords, it's like, look, it's no holds bar, you know, like say it like it is. It's the truth. You can't hide from it. Like, it's got to be delivered. And so I don't know if you're ready to have a conversation or you just grow a pair of cojones, but it's on. So I see something coming to its completion point here for you, fire signs. What is this World card? And as I said, I feel like for a lot of you, this could be work. Okay. It could be work. There could be work and family related. But again, it feels like, for some of you, this might be putting a closure to a job, a career, a business, but it also could just be putting an end to the way you work. You know, you're like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do it this way. What else? Yeah, okay, there's our King of Coins again. Again, I feel it's like there's this father energy or this, again, it's like there's some sort of discontent. It's either family or work related. It feels very much, and again, it feels like both could be involved for some of you. And whatever this completion is, it's like, you're on it, like white on rice. Okay. Like you can't be stopped. It's kind of full steam ahead. Nothing's going to break your concentration here. What's this Page of Cups? We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay, look, this is really beautiful, fire signs. I keep wanting to say air signs because I'm thinking of Aries. But this is telling me you're going to get an offer, okay? A new opportunity, something that is related to your dreams coming in somehow in the first half of April, okay? And again, it's going to be a newer opportunity, and it's going to be, I think, it's something that you've been wanting, but you've been like delaying or pushing off to the side, putting on the back burner. And it's going to be a way possibly for you to put down new roots or for you to make more new money. And it's tied to something that you deeply wish for. Now, this Nine of Cups in reverse, again, it's just feeling more about like it's the thing that you know you've needed to do, but you haven't done it yet. So there's a new offer that's kind of coming up tied to that in this first half of April. What's this Five of Crystals? So, but beware, because I'm seeing a little argument here for you in the near future, or a need to stand up for yourself, which again, you're going to do. But what's this Five of Swords? Okay, we have a King of Cups here in reverse. Like, what's all the kings coming up? And the Knight of Wands in reverse. So, you may be dealing with someone who's not emotionally tuned into your desires. They're only there when they need something. And I think you're going to have an argument or disagreement with someone of this nature. Someone who does feel like they're either at your level or above. And it just feels like this is the strongest one I can say. It doesn't feel like they're emotionally tapped into what you want. Okay? And it's because they're more concerned with their needs. They're not putting your desires or needs first. What's this Emperor? Okay, we have the Three of Cups. And the Page of Coins. I love it. So look, I think you're going to like boss up. Okay. You're going to stand your ground. You are not going to back down. And you're going to have the support of people around you. I think you're going to have the support of quite a few friends, or at least the right friends. And also with the Page of Coins, it's like, also, this is like new beginnings. Like you're starting to lay down that groundwork, the roots of whatever it is that you need, the new foundation. Like it feels like it's coming in. So you're going to get some help here. You're going to get some help. What's this Knight of Crystals? Well, there we go. The Magician card. So off to the races. You're making fast moves and they're working out. You're making stuff happen. You're applying yourself diligently, using the gifts, the tools, the skills that you have to take action, to get the ball rolling. And with the Ten of Cups here in reverse, it's like, I just feel like someone in your family isn't going to be happy. Okay. Their loss, it feels like a soul lesson. Maybe even a soul contract, I want to say, tied between you and another person, where this is about you following what you want to do and stop listening to what this other person wants you to do, or what their thoughts are on what you should do. Again, with the Ten of Cups here in reverse, it also feels like you might be leaving behind a part of your life that you thought would bring you happiness and it no longer does. Does that mean it's the whole kit and caboodle? No, but it's tied into that. Because whatever you're doing here, again, for some of you, this even could be about like working on your Ten of Cups, knowing that it's still not where you want it to be, but your focus is on this and you're making stuff happen. So all in all, it's a really good reading, fire signs. I think this is great. Just expect change. Expect a very sudden off ramp of a fork in the road that you may last minute be like jumping on, because change is coming and you've got to be ready to dance. Be ready, because when your dance partner, when the universe calls on you, you better start dancing with it. Okay. And you may have to dance on one foot. So just get ready, because change, she is a coming your way, fire signs. And of course, now with the sun in Aries, Aries, you're getting a lot of focus. And then, of course, it's trining all of the other fire signs. So, okay. Ooh. Hello, Jenny. Seeking what is true. Alkeen, Georgiana, Stacy. Oh, Stacy, you can't believe how specifically accurate this is for you right now. This past eclipse weekend has been eventful for us and the family. Response is split. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, between your father and you and regarding your nephew. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm picking up family energy on that one. Oh, thank you, Kayla. Patrol away. Yes, MJ. I hope it's on your good knee too. Okay, so Earth signs, you guys are next. Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is in store for my Earth signs? Oh. First half of April, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, let's get into the theme. What is the main theme of Earth signs reading, and what is the potential challenge? What is the main theme? Okay. And what is the potential challenge? All right, Earth signs. So, similar colors. The main theme of your reading is a me talks. All right. Repairing the body, the mind, and the spirit. You need a little downtime, perhaps, or maybe this is around something to do with that. It's interesting. When I look at this. Okay, the challenge that you have is Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. So I feel like there's, in order for you to protect your future, you need to start taking care of you more. So let me see if anything specific is coming up in this Me Talks. Eliminating toxic thinking, repairing the body, mind, and spirit, cleaning house. You can no longer postpone the self-care and pampering you long for. The time is now. Your body needs healthy maintenance before you have to make repairs that you will never quite recover from. So whether this is eating, moving, like whatever it might be, sleep patterns, overthinking, like the way you think, what you're focusing on, like you need a break. Earth signs. This is about discarding the deep, dearly held judgments that you have passed over yourself and others. Release the people who you feel wronged or offended you. Recognize that they mirror the shadow aspects of your own soul. Yes, it's a tough pill to swallow. Only then can you cull from your life the toxic people you have allowed in your inner circle. So this could be like you needing to clear out a lot of different things, right? Could be clearing out someone from your life, maybe a few people. Like whatever toxic patterns are showing up, and again, that would definitely include your own and how maybe you treat yourself, you treat your space, you treat your time, whatever it might be. It's time to get rid of thoughts and personal judgments that are poisoning your mind, eliminate inauthentic beliefs that you've adopted from others that are not your own, and do so before your mind makes you sick. So there's something going on, Earth signs, and this is about protecting your future, right? The Dragon's Hoard, this is about a legacy that you're maybe wanting to leave behind or you're intending to leave behind, and it's at risk right now. So let me see where this is all going for my Earth signs. What do we need to know about the past? Okay, we have the Chariot upright. And funny, we have the Three of Wands in reverse in the exact same spot it was in the last reading. And then we got the Page of Wands. Okay, coming into the current energies for my Earth signs. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. I'm going to say it right now. I'm getting it very strongly, so I don't want to forget it. You're going to have to start saying no to someone, Earth signs. You got to say no to something. Like something's really taking a toll on you, and it's got to be addressed. And sometimes that's the perfect me talks, is not holding it in, right? I just got to say that because that was coming through very strongly. Okay, we have the Strength card in the heart of your spread. The Five of Crystals in reverse. And for the near future, for my Earth signs, okay, we have the Five of Cups. The Four of Wands. And the Four of Crystals, the ultimate me talks card. Okay. Okay, overall energy. Ooh, the Moon and the Queen of Cups. I love this for you, Earth signs. Perfect freaking energy. Okay, so Earth signs. Look, the Moon talks about things that are dark, hidden, lurking in the shadows, right? It also can talk to your emotions. Like your intuition, is what I want to say. But it's the deeply personal stuff. It's the stuff that, you don't necessarily share with everyone else. And again, it can talk about a little dark night of the soul. And with the Queen of Cups here underneath, it's like you have to address the thing that has been lurking in the darkness, the thing you maybe been avoiding, maybe not wanted to see. The thing that is going to create some difficulty potentially in your life, maybe other people's lives. I don't know. But with the Queen of Cups here, it feels like what this is saying is like the Queen of Cups is very compassionate, right? Very loving, very tuned in to the personal needs of others and yourself. So it does feel like whatever your decision you're making, you're very in tune to what is going to be best, and you're going to be doing it in a way that maybe it's you who needs more of the compassion right now. Maybe it's you and someone else. I don't know, but I feel though more so it's like you might be compassionate in a situation, but you're doing so by really facing something and allowing yourself to have relief. It feels like that's what this is meant to do. It's meant to bring in some sort of relief for you because something's been like I don't know if it's been weighing you down, pushing on you, and you haven't really pushed back, or, you just been taking it and taking it and not saying no when you should have been saying no, always saying yes or making excuses or whatever it is. Now you don't do it. With love, you're ready to face the shadows. You're ready to say the thing that maybe is unspoken. And so with the Chariot, the Three of Wands here in reverse, and the Page of Wands, I see like, yes, things were moving forward. There was this path, but was it all like coming together? Not really. Maybe like it felt like delays. Things weren't happening as fast as you wanted to, or some things weren't happening at all. But then there's a little hope here. Like there's the Page of Wands bringing in some good news, some excitement, something to like, get your hopes up. And I just feel like that's maybe been like a cycle for you, Earth signs, and you're realizing that it's not really working out for you. And so in the current energies, you have the Knight of Cups in reverse, the Strength card, and then the Five of Crystals in reverse. So I really do feel like your best love action for yourself is saying no. Like putting your foot down, putting up a boundary, right? A loving boundary, not like an FU boundary, but just like, no, it just doesn't work for me. And, the people who are meant to be in your life will respect that and make amends, right? But the people that are not, sayonara. So, the Strength card here in the middle of your spread is like, this is somehow causing you to really pull deep on your strength. Like you are going to need to really hold your ground on this one. And you may even need a little more courage to face this, but it is really going to, it's going to rejuvenate you. It's going to it's going to stop the drain at the very minimum. With the Five of Crystals here in reverse, it feels like you're just like, you know what? I'm walking away from this fight. I'm not going to argue. You want peace in your life. So if someone is kicking up some kind of dust storm around you about this, it's like, you're not having it. You're wanting peace. If it is someone who's willing to like respect your boundaries, there's amends here. You're making peace together. Now, the Five of Cups is coming up in your near future. For some of you, it's like there's this worry of like, okay, but you folks start focusing on what's negative. Again, it's what this whole Me Talks card is telling you. Like, stop focusing on the negative. Focus on what's good. Be mindful of your thoughts. So I just want to say there's going to be some sort of reverting back for whatever reason. I'm not sure exactly. But at the end of the day, it looks like with the Four of Wands here, if this involves someone else that's really important in your life, it looks like it's really coming together, and that this may have been a very necessary juncture in the relationship, or in, your soul contract of you like voicing what you need to voice, because I do see that this brings in a stronger foundation, a happier foundation, a reason to potentially even celebrate for some of you. And as a result, you finally get some rest. You can breathe, okay, with the Four of Swords here. So it's like you can finally tend to your needs, tend to whatever it is that you like, take a break, whatever it is. So let's see exactly where this is going. I just need some more water. Okay. The moon. The moon. What do we need to know about the moon? Okay, we have the Five of Swords. Again, it's like you want peace. This is about like, something has been disturbing your peace. Something has been creating like, again, I want to say a dust storm in your life somehow, where it's usually peace. And you just haven't put your foot down. And I think it's time, Earth signs. What else is this? The Eight of Wands. So it's nice because this is going to start moving things forward for you. Whatever this is, finally, it's moving things forward. It's doing it fast. The communication is on point. And it feels like the clarity is coming through. Like the clouds are parting. There's key understanding here. What's the Chariot? Jeez, sorry. What's this Chariot card? Okay, we have the Justice. The Ace of Swords in reverse. So interesting 2 cards to come up. So again, I feels like there was a path forward, moving along, trying to just stay very even keeled, very balanced, very diplomatic maybe. But you were biting your tongue. You were biting your tongue, Earth signs. 3 of Wands. Okay, we have the King of Cups in reverse and the 8 of Swords. So things weren't happening. This could be with someone who represents this King of Cups in your life. You know, like someone maybe that you care for, but maybe has been emotionally unavailable or like not sharing emotions with you. This could be someone who has been withholding their heart from you. This could be just someone who's maybe not even listening to their own intuition. And this could be you, or signs. This could be you. Sorry. This is the longest I've been talking for a long time. And there's a stuck feeling attached to it. There's a stuck feeling. Oh my, I'm just needing water like crazy. All right. Page of Wands. As I was saying, holding your tongue. For my earth signs, you may need to clear your throat chakra. I certainly do. All right, Page of Wands. Okay, I'm going to take that, but okay. We have the 10 of Cups and the Hangman. Like I said, this Page of Wands brings in hope. It brings in excitement, but it feels like it doesn't land. Like it doesn't really get any legs to it. So having the Hangman come out to clarify that, and then the 10 of Cups, this is about something that is really attached to your dreams of happiness, right? Like your long-term dreams of happiness. And the Hangman is like, something's put on pause. So it's like, there's a need to like shift a perspective possibly for some of you, but it feels like it's a cycle of like, it's going to get better and then it doesn't. And then it's going to get better and then it doesn't, you know? So this is where you're kind of having to put your foot down. I'm like reading the, hey John, good to see you. Autumn, good to see you. I'm just reading Kayla, trying to gauge how my reading is going by Nicole. Oh, because your sound's off. Okay. All right. The Knight of Cups in reverse. All right, so we have the 3 of Wands and the Queen of Coins. So there you are, Earth signs, and you're like, you know what? We're gonna make shit happen now. We want our ships to come in. We want the things that we're hoping for to actually land ashore. And in order to do that, you've got to be firm, okay, and grounded in your own. What do I want to say? Like just your own energy, but like with this Knight of Cups in reverse underneath here, this is about you saying no. No, because whatever that is, it's not working and it's not bringing forth what I want, right? So Strength card. Okay, we have the Fool in reverse. And the Ace of Coins in reverse. So look, you are seeing new beginnings here on the horizon. You're seeing something that, again, could be bringing in much better security, maybe better money for you. But it's coming in a very new, fresh way. However, like, it's not there just yet. Okay. You know, it's there. It can come. You know what is possible. So you've got to really hold your ground. You've really got to like have the courage to keep saying no, to not give up on whatever boundary it is that you're putting forward. Like, hold your boundaries. Don't let them be crossed. Don't let them be, I don't know, washed away with water on sand, like you've really got to make it clear. And so this is going to require like some strength and courage on your place. But if you do it, you've got really nice, new, strong beginnings coming in here. What's the 5 of crystals in reverse? Oh, beautiful. We have the King of Coins and then the 5 of coins in reverse. So look, you are going to find peace. Okay. And for some of you, you're going to find the people that you're going to need to say no to are going to really respect it. They're going to be like on board. For some of you, this may mean that, you walking away means that you're the one you can only be dependent on right now, that you're the king of dependency, that you're whatever. And so if that's the case, then you got to first fill your own cup, right? Which is why you need that me talks. But with the 5 of coins here in reverse, though, this is like no longer feeling alone. So I love this. So if you have been like pushing the boundaries and you've been like, when I say pushing the boundaries on what you can handle, okay, and maybe that means you're feeling isolated, you're feeling alone, like you don't have the support that you need. I feel like support's coming in, or you're finally going to support yourself. So what's this 5 of Cups in the near future? Yeah, Page of Coins. Look at all these coins coming in. Like earth signs, this is perfect. So again, this is like, there are new things. We got the 9 of Wands in reverse as well. So look, new things are going to start to happen here for you. You're going to start to see some shifts and changes. You're thinking about, you're doing this in the name of protecting your future. Okay. Like, what is ahead of you. You know what you can, like, what you want. And if you don't address this now, that future starts to get like attacked in some way, right? So I don't know if attacked is the right word, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not secure. And so there might be this, like, you might revert to like, oh, like, are we just going back to like the old things, like, or like, looking at what's not going right. Don't do that. Focus on what's positive. Okay. Because I'm seeing changes. I'm seeing almost like this, the Page of Coins can almost be student level energy. So it's willing to learn, willing to do things the right way. Might be a little slower, but it's laying down the right foundation. And with the 9 of Wands here in reverse, it just, to me, I'm getting, there might be this push and pull between like really leaning into that new energy that's really trying and then just giving up. So be able to balance that out, because I see like good things here for you. What's this 4 of Wands? Okay, we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. So yeah, whatever was stuck is now unstuck. It's moving, and you might be moving together with someone. What else is this 4 of Wands? We have the Faith card in reverse. And this might be like For some of you, this might be about a commitment with another person, any kind of commitment. And it's like, okay, you're finally getting stuck, and whatever commitment felt like far away is now like coming back into the fold. This could also be with the Faith card in reverse. This could be like, okay, things are in a much better place and you're finally unstuck, and it's doing it in a bit of an unconventional way. Like, it's not the traditional way you would normally go about doing this. So there's that could be coming up as well. Four of crystals. Haha. Okay, this is funny. The Four of Crystals obviously is like retreat, meditate, take some sleep, take some rest. And you have the Knight of Wands and the Magician card on top of that, which is telling me this is when things start to happen. When you take some time out for yourself, all of a sudden the things, that Three of Wands that didn't really start to come in for you, all of a sudden you're starting to like manifest the thing that you're really passionate about, you know, that you want to take action on. But you have to like first take care of yourself. You have to set ground rules. You have to set boundaries. You may have to say no to some things in order to say yes to yourself. Don't feel guilty for doing that, because in the end, I'm seeing things coming together. I see for some of you, earth signs, you're going to have the right support show up. For some of you, it's not, you're going to clear it out, but that makes room for the right support to come in, right? So I see good things from this. So get your me talks, earth signs. It's going to serve you very well. Say no. Let no be your best friend for the first half of April. Of course, do it with that Queen of Cups energy that is compassionate in nature, you know, loving. If you're loving to yourself, then whatever you say will come out lovingly as well. All right. How are my earth signs doing? Hey, Dreamweaver. Okay, cool, Dots. I'm glad it resonated. All right, let's move on to water signs. Water, you guys are next. Just moving along nicely here. All right. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is in store for you for the first half of April? What do we need to know? Yes, the crab. My cancers. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's do one more cut for you. All right. And for the main theme of your reading and the potential challenge. Okay, main theme of your reading. Oh, okay. Barely ever get that card, and it's now come out twice. Okay. So, water signs, the main theme of your reading is overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. So this is about understanding, like, you know, You can have a lot of abundance in your life. Is it the right abundance? Is it the things that you want to be abundant in your life? Like, so meaning sometimes we can like lean into energies, do things that, and what's the word I'm looking for? It's like that too much of a good thing maybe isn't a good thing, and I for whatever reason the word is completely it's lost on me right now. But also like, sometimes we can get overwhelmed by too much. And again, is it the right too much or is it not? So let me just go into overflow. Too much, overwhelm, and plenty. So many good things are headed your way or are already occurring in your life right now, yet you may be thinking that they're not possible or you're not worthy of them. Abundance is everyone's natural state before we project our restrictions on it, defining what it means, who has it, who gets it, and so forth. Right now, take yourself out of your conditioning and look at your life through the eyes of plenty. There is so much beauty and love. Opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams abound are lined up for you. Yet it's sometimes difficult to discern it all because you're bombarded with too much information and stimulation, distracting you from the truth that all is well. Sometimes all this overflow, that's like, again, you can be bombarded with too much stimulation, too much distraction, right? Are you distracting yourself with too much? Sometimes all of this overflow can be overwhelming and you may find yourself responding with empathy overload. So empathy overload occurs when you tune into the collective angst and fear about impending changes and uncertainties. It's unmanageable. You feel like you're drowning in those emotions. It's time to allow yourself to detach, bring yourself back to your life. And again, even from a personal level, okay, like just you and your life, sometimes like if your mind's like working overtime and you may need to just pull back, and like, okay, you are thinking about way too many things all at once and it's clouding the entire picture, which makes even more anxiety. So like, just pull it back. Like I will say to you, water signs, what is most important to you in your life right now that you create, right? And just focus on that. If you find yourself in that position. So the challenge for you is dances on one foot, balancing act. So this one came up in fire signs reading. Um, I I'm feeling, when I see that picture, it's like I'm getting a bit of a different message for you than I did for fire signs. Whereas with them, it was more about like, get ready to pivot, get ready to change, like, be willing to dance on one foot. Where with you, I'm getting a different challenge around this. I'm getting more of a challenge of you need to be really grounded. You maybe like if you're off, like you need to definitely be balanced. And I'm wondering if you try to do too many things at once, like again, it's like juggling all these balls in the air, like it's not going to work out and you're going to lose your balance. So it's almost like I feel like it's so much more important that one, if you are going to dance on one foot, make sure you're only focused on one thing, So, like I'm really getting this strongly, like don't overwhelm yourself. So let's kind of see where this is heading. Water signs. What do we need to know about the past for my water? Okay, we have the Ace of Stars, which is the Ace of Pentacles. The Two of Stars in reverse, which is your unbalanced. And then the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay. Whoa, talk about accurate to what I just got from the oracles. Okay, coming into the current energies. We have the Queen of Stars in reverse. We have the Emperor. We have the Lovers in reverse. Oh, it's the first time the Lovers has come up. We have the Eight of Stars in reverse. We have the Ace of Crystals coming in. And then we have the High Priestess closing out your reading. Okay, overall energy. Four of Crystals, Four of Stars in reverse. Okay. You know, the Four of Crystals is a recharge, a rest, taking time out for yourself. But the Four of Stars in reverse is about letting go. So having to let go of something that you've been holding on to so tightly. So there's, I don't know if you've been thinking about something, like maybe you've been meditating a lot, you've been like reflecting on something that you really need to let go of that's not good for you. It may feel like it brings you some immediate sense of relief or security, but in the end, it's not really that great for you. This is about now realizing that's not working for me. I need to maybe let that go. And again, it could be that you maybe have too many distractions around you. Overindulgence, with this overflow. That was the word I was looking for. So in your past, you have the Ace of Stars, the Two of Stars in reverse, and the Seven of Cups. So look, you had an opportunity here, water signs. It looks like so, and I'm getting this like this hand with the star. I feel like someone was offering you a new opportunity for security, for something that would get you more grounded, make you feel more stable, secure, at the very minimum. But with the Two of Stars here in reverse, I don't know if you really took it, or if you did, it didn't really work out, because I'm just seeing like, I'm getting you may have dropped the ball here, water signs, or somehow the ball got dropped. And with the Seven of Cups here in reverse, it's interesting. With this particular one, I'm getting just so much confusion. Usually when I see it in reverse, I feel like it's more about finally like getting clarity or nailing down what you need to choose. But I'm not getting that based off of like how the cards have come up. And that it's almost like it's interesting, because when I'm looking at it, like the cups are upside down and you're like above it. It's almost like you can't see what's in the cups. Or are you spilling out what's in each and every one of them? Like, no, I don't want this. No, I don't want that. No, like, I don't know. But there's something you're definitely not choosing here. You're not getting the clarity. So in the current energies, though, we have the Queen of Stars in reverse, the Emperor, and then the Lovers in reverse. All right. So look, Queen of Stars in reverse can be, she's a very motherly energy. She's very supportive. She's very nurturing, but she's in the reverse position. So again, this could be someone in your life who's taking a hard stance, that's kind of forcing you to like really take the reins. For others of you, this might be, I don't know, maybe you have someone in your life who's been a little selfish, a little like more focused on themselves, because the Queen of Coins in reverse can be a little more self-serving, not necessarily looking out for everyone else's interests, but a little just more focused on theirs. And you know, whether that's you or someone around you, the Emperor here though is showing me like something's going to get made right here. You know, like the Emperor's like, I'm taking charge. This is my kingdom. Something has to change. Something needs to be done. A solution needs to be found. And it's just really about taking the steering wheel. So with the Lovers here in reverse, this could be about a decision that maybe should have been made in the past is now kind of coming up again to be revisited, where maybe it was delayed, maybe it was an option, and now you're looking at it again. And you're like, okay, maybe I need to think about this one, and consider making this decision. I don't know if you make it just yet in the first half of April. You might, some of you, but I do see it more coming through in the near future. We have the Eight of Stars in reverse, the Ace of Crystals, and the High Priestess. Look, with the Eight of Stars in reverse, sometimes this can be procrastination. And for some of you, you might still be procrastinating if you've been putting something off. But if you have, you're going to get clarity. There's going to be some kind of truth that comes forward, a shift in your perception, right? And you're going to be much more attuned to your intuition as a result. It's almost like if you've been disregarding your intuition, if you haven't been listening to it, or you just been closed off to it, it feels like it comes in really strong, possibly from a big perspective shift. Now, for others of you, this Eight of Stars in reverse could be that you are now like guns blazing. You're so focused, like over focused in a way. And I don't necessarily know if that's a bad thing, because if you're focusing on the one thing that is, not a bunch of things, then I think this could be really good energy for you. And that's going to help, like, it's almost going to be like this aha moment, like, oh, the clouds part, like clarity comes in, everything starts to land, and it's like almost like a breakthrough energy. But the Ace of Swords is also about like cutting through one reality. So you leave an old reality behind and you start a new one, right? It's like, I need to put this in the past. So it's like the sword comes through and takes one reality and cuts it so you can leave behind something and move forward with another. Which again is something that this Four of Stars in reverse is saying, like, you've got to leave something behind or put something to bed. So let's see where this is going. Let me see the Four of Crystals. What's this Four of Crystals? Yeah, we have the Ace of Swords. There it is again. Okay, so I do want to say, water signs, there's going to be some sort of relief, like an aha, some kind of truth, a real like opportunity for a new reality to come forward. What else do we need to know about this? We have the Five of Coins in reverse. So if you've been feeling detached, if you've been isolating yourself, if you've been keeping yourself away from others, that's going to be no more. If you've been feeling left out, like that's not going to be the case anymore. If you've been feeling like you're not receiving what it is that you want to receive, like there's relief and pressure here around that. It's like you're no longer necessarily looking at what you don't have, you're looking at what you do have. And I think that's a really big, important perception shift for you, water signs, given that this overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Yes, sometimes it can talk about all the abundance, but it can also talk about you focusing on all the things that maybe like are going wrong, or you or just aren't right in your life, like, so it's too much. So I do see relief here for you. What's this Ace of Stars? Okay, so we have the Six of Cups in reverse and the Lovers card. So look, I think you were offered an opportunity, maybe from someone from your past, someone you know, someone who definitely feels like a soulmate to you in many ways, has some sort of connection. Um, and I think there was a decision to move forward because the Lovers is here. And again, this could have been about you and a partner, but it could have been about you and someone else needing to look at the things that don't make you happy. With that Six of Cups in reverse too, that could have been something. What's this Two of Stars? What's the Two of Stars? In reverse. Oh, okay, we have the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Cups in reverse. So here you are. This could be you. This could be someone very important to you, that you care about. But like something that was wanted fell apart here or got out of balance, or like, and again, it feels like it involves someone else, but it just got overwhelming. The ball dropped, and I just don't think it I don't think it followed through, is what it feels like. Because again, I think you're going to be revisiting it here in the next half of this month. What's the Seven of Cups? Okay, Two of Wands in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. All right, like I said, like it's literally like just confirming everything I'm saying. No movement, still stuck, not getting the change that you want. And it's just because you don't know what to do, what's ahead of you. There's like this big unknown with the Two of Wands here, and it's like, oh, I want to move forward, but I just don't know what's ahead of me, so I can't move forward. And it's like I said, if you're feeling this calling, water signs, you can't wait for the clarity to move. This is why, like in a couple podcasts ago, we talked about that, about the purpose. It was so important. That was such an important podcast, because the path that you need to walk will never present itself as the path initially. It will feel like you're walking in blind, like you're blind in the dark. Okay? Like it's going to feel like you have no lights on and you're just stumbling around. That's usually how one of the best paths for you will present itself. You're not really sure what to expect. You don't know what's going to happen, but blind faith leads you through it. And that's the key, is that you need some level of faith to attach yourself to guide you through the darkness and the initial stages of that path. And it feels like that's what was kind of preventing you from choosing or moving forward on something, or I don't know. What's this Queen of Stars in reverse? Okay, we have the Page of Swords in reverse with the Page of Coins. All right, look. You may have someone around you. This could just be you. It's either you who's been selfish, or someone around you has been selfish, or just kind of focused on themselves. Okay. And there's, with the Page of Swords in reverse, this is telling me that there's been lies. Now, I don't feel like they've been malicious lies. It just feels like, the little lies you love to tell yourself to push something off a little further, kick the can down the road, so to speak. Because that's kind of like what I'm getting here, is there's been a can that's kicked down the road because of this overwhelm and overflow of energy. And so that might be the thing you need to let go of and trust that you're going to be guided with this Four of Crystals here, that you're going to be guided in the right direction, even though you have no freaking clue what that direction is. Because what I do see here, though, is that there's a willingness now to do the work, to start laying down a few necessary steps that are important here. So I do like this for you, water signs. What's the Emperor? Okay, you have the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords. So I got to tell you, inaction has been your nemesis. Trying to reflect or think your way out of it, or wait for the right timing, or whatever it might be, has actually hurt you. Because I really feel like this Emperor is you, water signs. I do feel like you're going to realize you need to steer this ship. And you're going to take control back. And I do get this sense there's like an uplifting energy coming your way in the first half of April that's going to really feed into this for you, because you're not just like King of Wands energy. You're going straight to Emperor. You know, like this is top masculine energy. This is energy that's like, all right, I need to lead. I need to do this. I need to like get this done. Like, this is the ultimate action card. So what's the Lovers in reverse here? Okay, we have the Knight of Cups. Oh, I like this. So I get this sense very strongly, like from the beginning, like that you're going to, okay, you have the Eight of Swords. So I do feel like whatever you were trapped over, overthinking, overanalyzing, that you're finally going to move forward, and you're trusting your heart. You're trusting maybe love in your life. You're trusting to follow your own intuition. And it's going to be based off of a decision or an opportunity you had in the past that you didn't follow through with, or it fell apart somehow. And maybe it wasn't the right time, maybe for some of you, but there is this sense of like, okay, now is the time. What is this Eight of Stars? See, I love it. You have the Sun and you have the Ace of Coins coming in. So I do, for some of you, like it could be procrastination, but I really feel like this is more of like a hyper drive of energy, of like focus, of dedication, of application of the self, of like whatever you've got in your toolbox, you're ready to use. And again, I want to say, as long as you're focused on one specific thing that is really good for you, I think you're going to do fine. And again, look, it's that Ace of Pentacles, which was up here, the offer. So the offer's coming in again. Okay, like it's all coming in again. It's coming back around. And I think maybe this will happen after Mercury goes direct. All right. You might start thinking about it, but I think decisions are going to be made after Mercury goes direct. And I just see like optimism. I see excitement. I see like happiness coming here, you know. So if you've been overwhelmed or you haven't been that happy, there's a big shift in your energy coming here soon, water signs. What's this Ace of Crystals? What's this Ace of Crystals? The Nine of Swords. Ooh, I love this. What else? The 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, you are going to get a breakthrough. You're going to see something in a whole new light. Okay, and it's going to be something that you've stressed over, you've been afraid of. And it's like, finally, this new perspective is going to be like, you know what? I got to lay down my burdens. I am not carrying this weight anymore. I've been carrying it for too long. It's not serving me. It's not doing well. I think this is the thing you're letting go of. Okay, so fears, anxieties, burdens that you've put on yourself unnecessarily. And it's like there's some big perception shift here that's really starting to create momentum here for you. What's this High Priestess? Yeah. Four of Cups in reverse. I love it. So you're really listening to your intuition. Your intuition is strong. And as a result, you are being guided to your own happiness. You are no longer in this place of, I'm not happy. I'm just complacent. I'm not really doing anything about it. You know, like you're finally like ready to seize the day. You're ready to seize opportunities that the universe is bringing you, and maybe get your hand on some opportunities that, you know, weren't really manifesting for you in the past. You're going to finally start seeing those show up. So again, it's about bringing onto shore the ships that you've been wanting to sail towards you, right? Bringing in the goods, bringing in whatever it is that you want. So I think overall, like water signs, this is a great reading. You're going through a little bit of a tough spot, but I think there's going to be a major shift happening this first half of April. And if the decision isn't made in the first half of April, which I think if it is, it's going to definitely be after Mercury retrograde, it's definitely happening in the near future, because there's certainly an opportunity that kind of fell through, fell apart, whatever. It's getting new legs. Okay. Either it's getting new legs and it's going to be even better than before, or it's coming back around again for you to try again. So, water signs, I love it. I think that's great. So, that's your reading. So again, sorry to you guys for missing the last one. Just one of those things where, again, I have to take my own Taurus energy of the me talks. Like I had to take care of myself. There was no way I would have been set back on my voice so much more. So, I literally lost my voice for 3 days. Like could barely get above a whisper, So, yeah. That's not fun, especially since I love to talk. All right. So, Melanie, hello. John, good to see you again. William, Luke, hello. And Dynamite, spot on for the water sign. Sweet. All right, guys, I love you so much. Again, don't forget, if you want to join my healing exit strategy, that course is phenomenal. It lays down especially if you're a healer. If you are a healer, a therapist of any kind, if you want like a leg up on like your work, like it's so good. And there are some great tools that are left in there for you to work with, navigate. And of course, any of you who have taken the healing exit strategy, stay tuned, because you guys are going to get access to it first. You're going to get access to my very fun, very unbelievably intuitive tool that's going to make life so easy for you. So, love you guys. Have a great week. And don't forget, tomorrow the podcast is coming out. I've got Pamela Downs coming on. She's going to be channeling a message at the end from the Council of Light. We had a great conversation about the rest of this year, what's to be coming in 2025, what we both think is on the horizon, what her guides have shared. So a really great episode coming out tomorrow. Guys, I love you. And